Day 2008, because it started with a 4 o'clock in the morning phone call about a suspicious package at a fuel dock here in New Haven, one of our larger fuel docks. And I see some people in the audience who remember that too, because we had coffee together Christmas morning at 6 or 7 o'clock. But that wasn't what makes it memorable by itself. What makes it memorable by itself was the call that came 10 minutes later that Station Eaton's next boathouse is on fire. So Christmas Day 2008, we stepped up and we did a lot of great things. But this phone kept going off. For those of you out there, this is what we used to call trios, but this is how we stay linked to the world. And this went off about 6 or 7 times on Christmas morning, so I got up, I went to work to let the family sleep, but Donna, you're going to learn to hate this thing. And we moved over 250,000 people that morning, that afternoon, on the water, without injury, without confusion. I was incredibly proud of the job that my staff and my partners did. And over the ensuing days, as the director of the VTS, I had this little-known provision in the Code of Federal Regulations where I can shut down the Port of New York. Now, of course, the Admiral can do that. Of course, the Captain of the Port can do that, but I could do that. Our Captain of the Port at the time was frantically trying to get back from Virginia. So I was able to shut down the Port of New York to maritime commerce at the tune of $100 million a day. Working with the partners over that next 24 hours, we put together, the other 05s at the sector and the partners put together a new security regime that enabled that port to open up within 36 hours and keep commerce moving, which was incredibly important to our nation. Pop, as the kids call you, I am a large part of who I am because of you. The Coast Guard has core values of honor, respect, and devotion to duty, and you've lived by those values your whole life. I remember the time when I was 5. I don't know if you remember it, but I still remember it. I don't remember many things from when I was 5. But you know how you go to the store and they had a little box of York peppermint patties there at the register? Oh, I took one. And we get in the car, we're driving home, and I'm sneaking in the back, I'm sneaking this peppermint patty, and I'm opening it up, and I'm trying to eat it without him seeing it, and he notices. The car turns around, we go back to the store, he gives me the penny, there were only a penny back then. I have to go in and apologize to the store manager for taking one of his candies. And that taught me integrity. And it's something that I've had ingrained in me because of you. I've also had a lot of other great qualities from you. The one quality I wish I had that I don't have is your incredible luck. If you're selling raffle tickets and you want to win it, don't sell him the ticket. We went down to Atlantic City not too long ago. We went to the casino. We took him there for a belated Christmas present, my brother and I. And how many hundreds of dollars did you win?
7 or 8.
7 or 8. Luckily, I was able to pay back the casino some of that money that they paid you. I watched you every day develop your business from scratch. And I know times were lean back then, and you had to work incredibly hard to build that business. But despite all that work, you coached all my teams. When I got into high school and made the high school teams, you went to just about every game, if not every game. You taught me how to be a great dad as well. So a lot of who I am is because of you. And then what to say about my mom? Except I miss her terribly. We all do. She would have been so proud. Do your job, Adrian. She would have been so proud to be sitting here today to watch me up on stage. She was not thrilled at all when I said I was going to go to the Coast Guard Academy. She wanted no part of me in the military. But she soon came to love the Coast Guard and everything I was doing in it. My mom, she gave me my decisiveness, my ingenuity, and really my calm demeanor. And she gave me a lot of love. Dad, you and Mom were there for Joy and I every step of the way. We had Jenna when I was still an ensign. Molly and Thomas came when we were still JGs, when I was still a JG. So it was early, and pay's good now, but back then it wasn't so good because you and Mom stepped up and you supported us, and we just can't thank you enough for everything. Coast Guard has been a huge part of my life these past 30 years. I don't believe that's what defines me. I believe it's my family. And I have an incredible family. Joy, my wife, my friend, my soulmate, and 3 great kids, who I'm trying not to look at. Jenna, from the time you said your first words, which were Dada and money, we knew you were going to be special. When Jenna was less than 18 months old, she took my keys, my cutter keys, as I was XO. We had this old house we were in, and she stuck them in the little keyhole in the closet door. Well, I was supposed to get underway that day. We were supposed to go out on deployment, but I needed the keys because I was the XO and I had the keys that opened up a lot of things that were important. And Joy and I searched for hours. We found them. I made it to the ship. We missed deployment, but I think Admiral Baumgartner has finally forgiven me. And Molly, our comedian, you sure can make Mom and I laugh when you were a toddler. You and I drove 2,900 miles together before you even turned 2 and a half. In 4 days, just you and I, and we created a bond, a father-daughter bond that's going to last forever. I'm also proud that you developed my uncanny sense of an internal GPS, and you also inherited my driving ability. So for anybody who needs to get to New York in an hour, Molly is your person. She won't get lost, and she'll get you there on time. Ricky Bobby kind of stole our line from Talladega Nights. If you ain't first, you're last. Molly and I would like to be first. Congratulations on your recent graduation from Johns Hopkins University, and I wish you the best of luck as you begin your job search. And you know, I'm now out of a job. We might be able to do some interviews together. Thomas is our baby, all 6'4" of them. Thomas hid one of my dress shoes in the easy bake oven. I was trying to go TAD. I only had 1 pair of shoes. So note to junior officers, never ever get in that position. I should have learned my lesson with Jenna with the keys. But he hid my shoe in the easy bake oven. Joy and I and the girls, who were old enough at the time, we tore the house apart, and we could not find that shoe. So I had to go buy a pair of shoes before I left. So thank you for that. But we spent a lot of time together. We spent a lot of time driving through the Northeast, flying all over the country as Thomas progressed up the ranks of being a fencer. And Thomas rose up to the rank to be the top 20 in his age group nationwide. And that made me just incredibly proud. When he earned the highest classification that a fencer can earn in the country, in the world, a year ahead of where his coach thought he might be able to earn it, Mom and I were just incredibly proud of your achievement. Tom's also at Johns Hopkins. He'll be finishing up here in the not too distant future. Just thank you for everything, Tom. You have been an absolutely incredible son. Okay, as you can guess, we're getting there. Joy, can't believe what I put you through these past 26 years. And 10 moves. My problem has always been with time. There's always something at work that kept me from spending time with you. And there's also the time where I say, I'll be home in 15 minutes, which really means an hour and 15 minutes. And I don't know how many times I did that to you. And then there's been that elusive vacation for 25 years, just you and I. You think in 25 years I'd be able to figure something out. Now, I have no more excuses. It's time for us. Over the years, you've been my biggest critic, which is something I really needed. But you've also been my biggest supporter, my best friend, and the love of my life each and every day. You are an incredible mother. You've put out some great kids who have made us proud. Thanking you just seems so inadequate. A million thank yous maybe, but all I can say is that I love you, and I wouldn't be here on the stage living my dream without your support. It takes a strong person at home, and you've been that for me.